This is the story of Keith Lamb, a man so extraordinarily average he achieves the 50th percentile in almost every statistic. From his unattached earlobes to his 20/20 vision, he excels only in his mediocrity, making himself a prophet of the monotonous. This is the story of an ordinary man found in extraordinary circumstances, and it begins slightly to the left of nowhere. It was a Monday that the majority didn't wake up to find themselves stranded on an island. But Keith had, where the only thing in abundance was the vast amount of nothingness. Figuring he could be stranded for a while, Keith's synapses began to fire, drawing on everything Tom Hanks could tell him. After shouting, "Wilson!" for a few hours, Keith happened across a herd of driftwood in its natural state of drifting. Unfortunately, he ran out of sticks before he could finish. With Keith's stomach starting a mutiny and his mind on the verge of lunacy, he decided his mood could be improved by a little seafood. But alas, he had not foreseen an encounter with John Babyface Joe, professional bear tentacle fighter. Black and blue, Keith clambered back to the island. It was not coincidental he had begun to become existential. From tree-trunk trebuchets, the compulsory collaboration, some might say blatant exploitation, of a passing quail, to the digestion via Stevie the whale, Keith had many adventures, all of which failed miserably. It was a Tuesday one Keith thought he'd seen roll and repeat countless times before. That was when he heard it, the artificial and industrial yawn of a boat horn tearing through the vast amount of nothingness. At 9:37, Keith leapt from his beard hammock in an attempt to hail the ship down. By 9:38, the boat had sunk. With all of his hopes heading toward the seabed, he let out a heavy sigh and hung his head. A faint glimmer reignited in his eyes. He looked up and focused on a small life craft headed by a man with an aura of optimism and unusually chubby fingers. And that was the story of an ordinary man found in extraordinary circumstances. The end.
Underwater Screams, take 1.